All right. What is good? We are up and rolling. We're going live here on a Thursday. Got a SuperFlex tight end premium 13-round mock here for you. Going to get ready to roll in just a second. About to hit this start button, but before we do, we got a guest joining us. We got M. How you doing over there? Introduce yourself. Plug yourself.
I'm doing fantastic. I am Emily Lefko, and I'm sort of new to the Twitter fantasy football world, but I've been doing a lot of writing, a lot of podcasts, and I'm all around this thing.
Where can we find your stuff at?
Fantasy Six-Pack, Dynasty Nerds, and Club Fantasy FFL.
Just writing your ass off, apparently.
Yeah.
Just getting it in. I love it. And
I
you can
love
find her on Twitter at mpowered_FF.
Yep.
Good follow there. You guys
All right. Let's get rolling. About to hit the start draft button. So
Okay.
do it.
Here we go. Bring it, boys.
All right. We are off and
I
rolling
can
here.
see.
So we really got things in full swing here with the Dynasty offseason. We got so much happening. We had the Combine. We had the Rodgers saga come to an end for now. We had Russell's scrub of the Seahawks. Maybe it was archived, but it's safe to say now it's definitely deleted. So we got a ton of value questions here. We need to start answering these. Mocks are one of the best ways to do that. That's what we like to do. We like to mock it up before we fock it up. So that's what we're doing here, and we're off to a fast start. We got Mahomes, we got Taylor, we got Josh Allen. So 2 quarterbacks here. I'm just an observer. I'm a cuck to my own draft here, apparently.
You're going to help me.
I got you. I got you.
So when my pick is up, I want you to stop with your analysis and help me make a pick. Okay?
All right. So M, get yourself dialed in there. I know you're in the 1-6 hole.
Have
I'm
our
almost
first
there.
great auto pick, Justin Herbert.
Yep.
Get it together, Megatwan.
So, we're starting to roll out our Dynasty tiers and our rookie mocks here shortly on Patreon. So go ahead and join us over on patreon.com, $5 holler. These mocks, again, really help us start figuring things out and see how we really feel about those guys. You took somebody. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What happened? So, you got the luxury of basically taking, second skill position player off the board. What Jamar Chase. I mean, you can't really go wrong there.
No, I feel really good about it. The draft it made the decision for me, in other words, really.
So what quarterback would have had to have been there for you to go ahead and pick a quarterback?
I got sniped on Justin Herbert.
Okay, the auto pick got you.
Yeah, I hate that auto pick.
That son of a bitch.
So after M, we got Lamar, then Justin Jefferson, Najee Harris, the second RB off the board, and we are rolling Dak Prescott still in the first round. So, got plenty of questions here, kind of where these quarterbacks fit in. I've been out of the Superflex space here for all the offseason for sure, so starting to try to figure out where all these quarterbacks fit in. Kyler Murray, with his small tantrum, his stuff was definitely archived on Instagram because it's back. So he's apparently trying to stick around. Baseball maybe, probably got called his bluff there. Now we got Kyle Pitts as Jay Wayne. He's got
what quarterback should I take
here?
Should I take Trevor?
So it is tight end
Do
premium.
it.
Ooh.
Do it.
Should I take Russell?
You could.
Trey Lance? I guess Russell's pretty safe for a minute. I guess I got to take
Justin Jefferson.
Justin's still out there?
No, he's gone.
Nah, he's gone.
Javante.
Nah, give me Russell. Where's the quarterback?
Oof.
Can I get it in? Just in time. You don't like it?
Ooh.
So those were some of the questions that I had. Obviously we had the big fallout with Russell Wilson. We've got a ton of value changes, it feels like, with Russell himself. We got, kind of the other end. Where does DK fall? Noah Fant, tight end premium. Now kind of QB list in Seattle, but, I guess that's really nothing new. So there goes DeAndre Swift. So that wouldn't have been a bad take for you. But I guess I don't hate Russell Wilson. It seems like I don't know that he was quite going even that high in some of the FFPC Superflex drafts that we did last year. But maybe the move sparks new life. Nathaniel Hackett.
Hey, you got to let him cook. He's got a new kitchen.
He's got a new kitchen. That thing's restaurant quality. So we got Christian
Broncos
McCaffrey
spare no
here.
expense.
So you're coming up there, M, in the 1-6 hole, or I guess that would be 2-6 at this point, 2-7. So Christian McCaffrey goes. Shout out to Riley Burmeister. I believe he's in here. DTC Riley. What up, homie? He doubles up with two wide receivers in a super flex here. So he's got Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb. Strong start there. You're going to have to help me out with the 2 middle picks, Jay Wayne. The camera's right in the way.
Trey Lance just went, and then M took Javante. Great pick
I
there.
did.
Strong pick. So no quarterbacks off the board. Only a few teams so far without a quarterback at all, and you're one of them. How do you feel about that?
I feel okay about it. There's a lot of good quarterbacks in Dynasty. I'm not going to reveal all my secrets, but I have some in mind.
Okay.
And I'm not too worried about it. I feel pretty good about my start so far.
I'm a usually grab one and then kind of wait kind of guy myself. I'm cool with a third round maybe quarterback here. So I feel you.
I'd be freaking out if I didn't have a quarterback in the first
you want
2
three
rounds.
quarterbacks before like 7 rounds.
Yeah, I want all the quarterbacks.
So there goes Tyreek. He's next in line.
Reek.
We got Justin Herbert. Megatron looks like he may be off the auto, so he goes Jalen Hurts. So what happens if there's just a big block of red here, meaning a bunch of quarterbacks go? You gonna scramble around and grab one, or are you just gonna let it ride?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, well, I'll probably take a quarterback this next round.
Okay. I mean, you're narrowing it down. You got Stafford. He took Russell. There goes Hurts. Maybe Field. Your boy A-Rod. You're a Wisconsin gal.
I had my eye on Trey Lance next, but he got taken right before me.
You keep getting sniped, huh? Now, Joe Burrow and Trey Lance, I would like that start to a draft. Trey Lance isn't too expensive? It's not too expensive to take
Seems
Trey
like it might be too expensive.
in the second round?
Seems like it might be too expensive.
Jimmy's out.
I know.
They traded the world for him.
I'm just reluctant.
He can rush.
I'm a little reluctant.
Home runs.
You're right. You probably got to take the cut. If Jalen Hurts can be in the second round, so can Trey Lance.
Exactly.
There goes Cooper Kupp. So he's just old Alex over there. He's taking points. He said, I've got Mahomes and I got Cooper Kupp. Let's see what he does next. Is Rodgers going to be on the board for you? You before the show you said you were a Wisconsin gal, or is he enemy number 1 for you?
I do have a cheesehead in the background there, as you can see. Wait, I'm not used to the camera. On my other side, but I'm not too happy with this recent news. I've been ready for Rodgers to be out for a while now.
You're ready for the Jordan Love show?
No, not at all. I wasn't even ready for a rebuild, but I don't know. I can't complain. Green Bay's been so strong on quarterbacks for so long.
You probably have only known like 2 quarterbacks your whole life.
Brett Favre, yeah. I just wore his jersey yesterday. The gunslinger.
So there goes Fields and Rodgers, a decent block of red. You getting sweaty over there?
You got some tricks up your sleeve?
Sean?
I don't sweat. I sparkle. Now I'm a little nervous.
Women glow.
Yeah.
Casey.
Yeah,
they don't sweat.
I'm married to a woman. She sweats.
Well, if you run a marathon, you're probably going to go from a glow to a light pour.
That's fair. That's a big block of red.
That is. That's what I was worried about.
Big Co takes Deshaun Watson. I think, obviously I thought maybe he might slip a little bit more in regular 1 quarterback leagues. He is a value all day, every day. I mean, obviously right now that's probably a ridiculous value because if he does get back on a team and starts playing, he's probably a top 5 quarterback. Mm-hmm. Not probably. He definitely is a top 5 quarterback.
Talent-wise, yeah, for sure.
T-Law, there goes Waddle. And now I can't.
Kirk
D. Cousins.
Cousins she's just so brutally underrated.
Fantasy wise, definitely he's
and
steady.
NFL
Steady Eddie. He's steady. We have him in
steady.
some super flexes. He definitely gets a little disrespect and a pretty solid start most weeks.
Now I'm sort of wishing I picked that 10th, 11th spot.
Who did Wyatt take there? I can't. You got to help me out here.
Wyatt took it. Antonio Gibson.
So Antonio Gibson goes, and there now we have DK Metcalf. So there's starting to fall some of the pieces that I was interested in. Where does DK Metcalf fall to? We haven't seen any of these Broncos kind of jump off the board just yet, but I think we will soon. Devontae Adams going in 310. So I think that's probably about where I thought he was going and never kind of wavered there. So Austin Eckler went. There goes George Kittle. Now Jay Wayne's up. I think you're going to get yourself another quarterback here, or you're going to roll the dice? I know you're so sweaty about a quarterback right now.
Oh, man. What do I can't even – I don't even know what's going to happen if I let quarterbacks go here. I mean, but do I take Mac Jones? I guess I should take guess I should take Breece Hall and reset this clock for a second, right?
So some of my other questions are, where do these rookies start kind of falling in here? Where does Breece Hall go? Obviously he's kind of planted himself as the firm pick, probably both in Superflex and one QB as the 1-1. I think that's mostly fair in most camps there. Albert O being tight end premium. I'll be interested to see where he kind of lands. And then we got the whole Carson Wentz to Washington. Nobody really loves Wentz anymore, but it's got to be the best situation that Washington's probably had for a little while. He's an upgrade to Tyler Heineke, so at least I think he is.
I totally blew it. I didn't take a quarterback.
For sure, the best quarterback that Scary Terry's had here, and we've been just trying to get this man a quarterback. Warren Sharp had a tweet where Terry McLaurin, 67.2% of his targets were catchable. That's the lowest rate of all wide receivers with 100-plus targets.
Like, you coming in here with straight facts.
We need to get that guy the ball. I love this guy. We've said it multiple times, breaking down our tiers, multiple times talking about him. Like, I'm scared to take him, but like, if he could just get a quarterback, he's got a good enough talent to be right up there with any of those guys. There goes your boy T. Higgins. I thought maybe you might go with some T. Higgins.
I almost took Debo, and then I saw T, and I was like, I guess I should take Saquon. I don't even want to take Saquon.
No,
I don't even want to take Saquon.
No way.
Who does? You're off on the Saquon. You're out on the Saquon.
I'm out.
Out. So off. Okay. I'm one more trip around the sun with Saquon, I think.
Okay. Well, it's good. It's good to have faith in people. That's a really good character attribute.
There goes Tebow.
You gotta have faith. Strong remake by the
Limp Biscuits.
The chocolate covered starfish or whatever. The hot dog flavored water starfish.
I think that was the third album.
Ruby 1 is looking pretty good.
I took Saquon because you got to take players you don't like to see where the guys you would like fall.
We do play that game sometimes.
I could have taken Debo. I could have taken T. I could have taken J.K. Dobbins and felt great about that. Quarterbacks, I just didn't feel amazing about it. Mac Jones, probably a pretty safe pick. Tua, fake news about him getting traded, but probably an okay pick. Malik Willis would be the home run cut if I didn't already take a quarterback or a running back that was a rookie. Can't take two rookies in the first 4 picks of a startup. I just can't do it. I need something. Not that Saquon is a sure thing.
Yeah.
Idiot.
So you like
this is why you mock it up.
You like Ruby's team there. You like the diversity. You like the quarterback, the strong tight end and tight end premium here. Andrews is going to get a ton of volume and was super strong last year. Got the veteran in Adams and then Debo. You like that?
I wouldn't have picked Dak right there. I probably would have gone with Kyler based on who was on the board. And let me see who else. This is a little hard to read. I guess I'm getting a little older. I like the Andrews pick. That's who I was going to go for, but this isn't my best draft, but I've never been under the spotlight.
It's hard when
before.
Things really switch up when you're under the gun like that, you know?
Yeah.
So let's talk about your next pick.
My next pick.
Or your last pick, rather.
Matt Corral. Did you just take him? You took him over. You took him over Malik.
I did.
That's hot fire right there.
Yeah, I'm feeling it though.
Yeah, you like Corral.
Why Corral over Malik?
I don't know. It's just a gut feeling and who I instinctively kind of catch with, and based on what I've seen in the combine, I feel real good about him there.
Huh. Because I would say, based on my gut feeling and what I've seen from the combine interviews, I can't wait to take Malik. I almost took him over Saquon. I probably should have taken him over Saquon.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully this draft will shape up a little bit.
Definitely. Malik's probably got the most upside. Carroll's got some interesting traits.
Not out on Carroll.
J.K. Dobbins ends up going next. Then Travis Kelce kind of falling down here in some tight end premium action. I feel like maybe if he would have got to Big Co, that's his guy, he would have snagged him up. Then Big Co goes Dalvin, so could be some possible later value on that. I would be, again, interested to see where these rookies, all the rest of the rookies kind of fall. I don't think we've had a rookie wide receiver off the board yet, and Spiller and Walker are still there. Stephon Diggs goes there, so we're almost rounding out my tier 3 of wide receivers here. I got Godwin with the question mark in this tier. He would be the last guy. Actually, is DJ Moore off the board? Has he gone yet?
I don't think I've seen DJ Moore go.
He's gone.
Oh, he did. Yep. Why it took him?
In 7.
That's the damn pick. That's the team I can't see. Got a camera.
I got it over here, okay, Casey? It's over here. To your left.
So Alex
Stage
is
right.
still building a nice team here, man. I really like what's going on over there. He's got
There goes
Mahomes,
Kenneth
Cooper
Walker.
Kupp, Justin Fields.
First running back.
Then Darren Waller, probably pretty good volume tight end premium, just a guy who's going to see a ton of volume with the Raiders. And then Kenneth Walker, the second rookie off the board. Love that. That's exactly what I would do. That's how I have those guys ranked. I like taking the shot there. You can load this up with some other running backs as we get further down the list here, who are a little bit more shots, but have had recently some pretty good seasons. So I don't hate that at all. Urban Bobcat just staying on brand, taking T.J. Hawkinson, his cousin.
He's his cousin. He takes Urban. I get Urban in these drafts all the time, and he takes Hawkinson in every single one of them.
So Derek Carr, I would have probably taken Derek Carr over Corral in your situation there. I think he's another guy who gets slept on, and I like McDaniels coming over there. I don't know what's going to happen.
He might not be there.
Some rumors of him maybe moving around, but I think they'll stick with him. So I think I would have probably taken Derek Carr there, and then there goes Alvin Kamara. So I got. I think all my tier 4 running backs are off the board, with the exception of I'm not really sure where to place Spiller just yet. And now we're into that second that 4th tier or 5th tier rather, because I got a tier with CMC by himself. And AK was definitely one of those guys. Eckler was one of those guys. So that's interesting. And then Tua, I would have probably taken Tua over Corral. Dallas Goedert, I like that pick. No love for Tua.
Definitely not going the way I projected it to go. But I do so many drafts. I mean, last year I had 69 teams.
Whoa.
And so
was that a planned number?
No, but I should round up, but I like the number 69.
Yeah.
Round up to 70.
Yeah.
But why do that?
So no love for Tua or Carr? Not feeling those guys?
No, I do. I'm just
Okay.
experimenting in this draft a little bit more than I usually do.
I like it. That's what we're here for. You mock it up, and you can really see how you actually feel about somebody. You can also, if you like guys, we say this a lot. If you like guys, you can pass on them, and then see how far they fall down the board, and see maybe I could even catch them on the way back around. So when you're mocking, that's not the worst strategy. You got to try things out.
I mean, this is a good learning experience. I highly value this experience right now, and I think it's a lot of fun. I've never done one live like this, so honestly, I think that's influencing my decisions a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's no excuses. If I had to do with this team, I'd be fine with it. I'm always excellent off of the waiver wire, and I like trading, so I feel like I'd be able to put together a team I want.
For sure. All right.
Rube won. Really crushed me there. He took Malik, and Mac Jones left. And Tua's gone. I'm just crying because I don't have a quarterback.
I like this. I like this team that Riley Burmeister's building here. He's got some solid wide receivers, just studded out at that position, and then he got Derrick Henry, who's probably going to have another good season or two in him, and then he's going with Mac Jones, who people like to hate on Mac Jones, but I think he could be just fine. So you're stacking up over there. You're 4 wide receivers deep.
I thought I was
4 running backs deep, rather.
I thought I was gonna get auto picked, and I hit it twice, and I didn't necessarily mean to take Spiller. I would have taken 30 more seconds to think about that. Probably could have taken Jerry Jeudy right there. He's in my queue.
I'm so interested to see where these first Broncos come off the board.
Spiller or Montgomery? I guess you should probably reset with Spiller. I
kind of got Spiller and Montgomery are right at bottom and top of that 4th tier of running backs that I have there. So that's a question that I'm also trying to figure out myself.
If I didn't take Barkley, I could take Chubb, but I don't think I want Barkley and Chubb.
There goes Chubb.
And then there's just no more fun quarterbacks. I could have taken Pickett.
Lane Kiffin over here he's heavy in the RBs, strong set there, and then he's got Godwin, who probably a little slow to get started and franchised in Tampa, so quarterback less a little bit here, and then Elijah Moore. I don't hate that at all. Right on brand. Has Deontay Johnson gone yet?
Yeah, he went 5-7.
Yeah.
That's the team I can't see. Son of a bitch.
It was over here.
Ooh, what do I do this round? I'm thinking.
Zach Wilson. So he goes. Riley Burmeister goes back-to-back second-year QBs. I definitely don't hate that. So he's going to have to find himself probably a third guy that he feels confident in, although maybe he's a Zach Wilson guy. So Leonard Fournette, that was kind of one of those running backs that I was talking about a little while ago when I was talking about Alex's team, where you can kind of get a guy a little bit later in the draft who you feel pretty comfortable with starting week in, week out, so you could take some chances.
I do feel comfortable with him.
Yeah,
and I think even if he goes to another team, he's going to be the lead back, and I think he's so dynamic. And he's definitely got years left in him. He has there's some injury concerns, but who don't we have that many concerns about in the NFL, honestly?
Right. Running back wise, it's always a concern, and you know, we've been big proponents of Lenny on this show for a while. He was fantastic last year. I think it's pretty much inevitable that he's probably going to roll out somewhere else, but I do agree with you. Like, he's either going to go somewhere and be the lead guy, or he's and nobody else, or he's definitely going to lead a committee. So I don't think you can really go wrong with Leonard there. I probably would have taken a decent stack of other guys in front of him. Yet I would probably let him fall a couple rounds. But hey, I mean, he's a pretty elite talent.
Yeah, he is.
When his head's in the game. So there we go, Jacobs. So interesting to see there. We like some Jacobs around here.
Yeah,
McDaniels. We don't really know what's going to kind of go on over there. They've never been somebody who really just rides one guy. Kenyon Drake just restructured today, so he's going to stick around. Jacobs needs to be more utilized in the passing game. It's one of his better assets, and you saw a little bit at the end of last year. So we'll see what happens there. Aaron Jones.
Just got a huge value bump.
Just got a little bit of value bump. I'm eager to see where
he was dead. Now he's alive, baby.
He's a little alive. I'm eager to see where A.J. Dillon falls in this draft here.
Next.
So Ryan Tannehill, you know, that's another nice quarterback on the board that could just get you by.
I know.
And then I think
look at that steal on Zeke Elliott and David Montgomery. That is just a fantastic value right there. Both those guys.
Zeke is going to produce.
Oh, there he goes.
For you. There goes Judy. And so you had David Montgomery. Love that. And I believe our first rookie wide receiver is off the board there. And
Urban
Garrett Wilson.
Crushing it over there.
Yeah, that's it. Jerry Judy, 7-2. I don't have any comparison to where that's been because this is our first SuperFlex startup of the year, but seems like that's probably right on par. I could see him traveling up a couple of spots there and being maybe more in that 6th, 5th range by the end of the offseason here. There goes Elijah Mitchell.
See, I wouldn't have drafted him.
Yeah, you got some pause on Mitchell.
I do.
I think that's fair. We also have. I'm a Niners fan. Loved Elijah Mitchell. I have Elijah Mitchell on pretty much every dynasty team that I own.
I just don't trust the Shanahan running back factory.
Sure.
They all get hurt, and it's never the same running back every year. So it's just like, I don't know who to trust.
Yeah, and it's just a carousel over there. They did.
What are they feeding them, man? Why do they all get hurt?
They all get hurt.
I don't really know. So what? All right, you're up in a pick here. So I'll let you get to it here. We got Devonta Smith. He just goes off the board.
Shoot, so I just got snubbed again.
Definitely don't hate that.
Devonta Smith, greater than Jerry Judy.
Yeah, I mean, we've had that discussion on a Patreon show. I think the last time we started talking about some tiers.
Even with Russell, I don't care. Give me Devonta.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I think I'm gonna need to go with Judy there, and then there goes Pittman.
I get it.
Which is interesting. Now he's quarterbackless. He came with 129 targets last year, a target share of 25.7. That was good for 14th. 88 catches, 1,082 yards, 6 touchdowns, 14 fantasy points per game. That was good for like 24th. So you could kind of chop that up either which way. Who's going to get him those balls? And there wasn't really anybody around in Indy for the most part. And then Scary Terry could get some decent target share and really up his game a little bit to where we think it could and should be. And I think really honestly, Carson Wentz probably just landed himself in a better skill position situation outside of Jonathan. They had Jonathan Taylor and Pittman, but who else did they really have? Obviously, you have a good wide receiver core or a good offensive line there, but the Redskins, man, if Curtis Samuel can get out there and Scary Terry can be out there and Gibson's no slouch at the running back position, you can sure up maybe a spot or two in that O-line. The defense should be pretty good. Rivera's a pretty good defensive coach. So I definitely don't hate that. Maybe on a little revenge tour for Carson. So who'd you end up going with there? Amari
Cooper.
So how do you feel about him potentially on the move?
I'm okay with it, but I was between honestly, I was between Evans and Ayuk and Olive. I can never say his name.
Olave.
Olave and Mooney.
Olave. Oh.
Olave.
So we got Amari Cooper. I think that's,
I think
Amari's
that's a good value.
Amari's still really strong when he's out there, and if he can get some decent quarterback play, he's going to be strong week in, week out. He helped us with to win a fantasy championship in our first FFPC maiden league, SuperFlex. It was the first season in that league. We played plenty of FFPC, but Amari came around late for us and did some work. Clyde Edwards goes off the board. There goes Baker. He's kind of dead, it seems like, right now. Nobody wants anything to do with him.
No way.
Riley goes CEH, so Riley's just collecting value. Rubes, he's going in on Michael Carter. I can't figure out for the life of me where to put Michael Carter.
Well, figure out where to put Desmond Ridder or Jimmy G or Pickett. Who should I take here? I don't have a
wouldn't
second
take any of
quarterback.
those guys.
So I got to go AJ or Marquise Brown or AJ Dillon.
I mean, Hollywood's out there. That's a nice scoop up.
Yeah, I would do that.
Claypool, Ayuk, Michael Thomas, A-Rob.
I might have just misled you because I have a pick in mind.
I should have taken Claypool. I mean Marquise had a great year. I can't. But Bateman's coming up, and Lamar doesn't have a contract. Although that might not be the worst thing. I don't know. Give me Hollywood. He's not quitting, right? He's not going to quit and play video
No,
games.
but he might be supplanted by Bateman.
Batman.
By Batman. Batman might take over.
I mean, I like what Batman has going on, but Marquise he's so fast. He's so
fast.
good downfield. Like,
what was his 40-yard dash? Do you know?
Did he? I don't know if he
Not
ran.
even
He
strong.
might have been hurt. I think he might have been hurt and didn't run the 40, but he is a blazer.
There goes AJ Dillon, and now we
I
have
had Dillon queued
That
up.
was a good value pick on Schultz.
There goes Schultz. Yeah, I mean, especially if Amari ships out of town.
Yeah.
And then I would assume if they're shipping out Amari, maybe they're bringing back Gallup, but he just had, he had a late ACL there. Carson Wentz gets picked up there, so Kiffin's going value quarterback, which that's a man after my own heart. I would like to have one stalwart as my starter there for two QBs, and then I'll play the field like that where you catch lightning in a bottle with either Mayfield or Wentz. And then Riley's just collecting fucking value, man. I'm really enjoying that draft. I can catch the pick 7, the 7 hole in a hole in the camera stand here. That's Damian Harris. So there's another running back. I know, that probably not a whole lot of people like, but probably, able to be counted on as an RB2 for you for a chunk of the season, I would assume here. And now you go Mooney. So that's a guy that we really like. We've been heavy on
really
Mooney.
like
We
him.
wanted to a lot of trade get Mooney as much as you can last season. So Mooney over St. Brown for you?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think St. Brown's going to be able to replicate what he did the last few games. I mean, it was because Hawkinson and Swift were both out that he saw so many targets. And honestly, if I look at the stats of the early rookies, I was most impressed, honestly, by Elijah Moore. He had 5 touchdowns, which tied. Let me see. I forget who else had 5. I think that was one less than Waddle.
Devonta Smith had 5, baby.
5, yeah. But these guys some of them had like 400 more yards than Elijah Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Elijah was banged up a lot of the time. And
Yeah, he had a big stretch from
But Elijah, you got to take rounds earlier, so he's not necessarily in the conversation with.
DLF
ADP, Amon-Ra's up there.
Yeah, he's 50.
50.
46.
Elijah Moore's
Right
probably
around
somewhere around.
And so I think
there,
that's pretty good value on St. Brown. I would probably take St. Brown over Mooney. I do like Mooney a lot, but if St. Brown was replicating what he was replicating at the end of the season, he'd be a 3rd-round pick, a 2nd-round pick. He doesn't need to replicate that to be the value he is at 50 or 8-8 there, especially. Like, he could still be pretty involved, not be scoring wide receiver 1 points and still be, plenty good asset. But Mooney is that him and Fields have nice chemistry, and he's explosive, gets separation. Fields just needs to learn how to see the field a little better. And I think Mooney, I think there is a pretty high ceiling there. So can't disagree too much. Now we're getting some OG value with Nuke and James Conner and Michael Thomas here.
Look at that Cortland pick.
Cortland, I think
Great
that's
Cortland
fucking
pick.
value right there.
I kind of wish I would have taken Dawson Knox, honestly.
Yeah, you like Knox?
I do, but just in the fact that this is a SuperFlex T premium, I think it would have been wise to take him.
Yeah,
It's never bad to take a second tight end and tight end premium if you like the guy.
Can you give me a list of the tight ends that are available still? Cortland Sutton, I think 9-1. I think that's gonna rise up a little bit. Mike Williams just got a little revive, a little juice back under his name. I think you talked about it the other day when we were looking into tiers. Maybe you caught a little nice sell window right here for Mike Williams. Would that be something that you'd be interested in?
Oh, are you talking to me?
Or either anybody open to the floor.
Sorry, I'm looking at the draft.
You do whatever you got to do. That's
and you got a pick coming up. I think we were just talking about it. We were over here on the whiteboard tearing up things, and it was like Mike Williams just got paid. I don't know. It depends on where you bought into Mike Williams. If you bought him early on when he was expensive, then now's the time to get out.
It was so long ago,
recoup.
though, so it almost doesn't matter.
Fair. But if you bought in on him cheap, then
he was dead. He was dead.
Right.
So
then you should probably sell either way.
Right. Not dead in the terms of coming into this past year, but the season before that, he was basically free money.
For sure.
Found cashish.
He was free this year.
So there goes Ayuk, there goes Bateman, Ritter, and then you came back and you took Freiermuth. So I like that. I kind of wanted to see the list of guys there. Obviously, we don't know who the quarterback's going to be, but if Jimmy G goes there, I think that's a nice Freiermuth pickup. If you can get a quarterback like Jimmy G who can find the tight end, isn't going to work down the field's going to work intermediate, middle of the field, and have a big red zone target that he can find, and he's had a guy in Kittle. So, if that happens, I like the Freiermuth pick. What do you see in Freiermuth?
I like him. I think he had an excellent rookie season. He had, 7 touchdowns and for the Steelers, and he's in line to become the full-time tight end in 2022. And he's shaping up probably to be a low-end TE1 in fantasy next season. So I can't complain, especially at this value that I got him. I think it's a good pick.
Yeah, I don't dislike it. It's crazy to see Noah Fant dropping a little bit.
Yeah,
we don't
I thought about taking him.
We don't exactly know what's going to happen there, but has he really been flush with QB play? Not really. So I'm not that scared. I'm going to go ahead and take the talent and see how they adjust. The real value may be the Seahawks running back, whoever the hell that ends up being, because they're about to run the dog piss out of the football, I think. So there goes Claypool and Olave. Was Olave the second? Is just Treylon Burks gone off the board at all?
Treylon has to be
Yeah, he
gone.
did.
Where's
Team
he at?
7.
He took
Next to
Drake. He
Fournette.
took Drake and Burks.
He took Deontay Johnson, Burks, and Drake London.
Okay,
Yep.
that's the team I can't see.
It's over. It's right here.
I know, but I'm looking straight ahead. There goes Claypool, Kareem Hunt. I think that's another one of those guys. I think that's another one of those guys that I was talking about that you can take late and feel so good about starting.
Yeah, I was going to take him.
Yeah, I think that's a great if you want to go like one kind of workhorse RB and then get guys like Leonard Fournette and Kareem Hunt on the back half of the 9th, 10th round. I think that's a pretty fair strategy, and just load up on every other position throughout.
Honestly, I just worry about his injuries. So with Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. But in the 9th round, it's kind of built in there.
Yeah.
So he was in the averaging
time
14,
to concentrate.
16 points per game range for a big chunk of the season last year whilst healthy. George Pickens by you.
You're helping me
Kadarius
0,
Toney.
Casey. You're helping me 0. You were supposed to help me.
I never agreed to that.
Yes, you did. You agreed. It might even be on tape.
I could have said I got you, but
yeah. So I still have only one quarterback, and he's 33 years old.
Hey,
and I hate it.
that's all right. You're gonna come in and you're gonna trade. You're gonna figure out how to get.
There's
yourself
no
another
way to
quarterback.
trade for quarterbacks
You just
in
gotta
SuperFlex.
find the value. You gotta find the
There's
value.
no way to trade for quarterbacks.
Go
in
get Derek
SuperFlex.
Carr from Big Co. He
Yeah.
wants to trade you there. So Kadarius Toney, love Kadarius. I think that's a nice little pickup right there. Then Daniel Jones, you could have taken Daniel Jones.
I would have taken Pickett. Give me
Could've
Pickett
taken
over Daniel
Pickett.
Jones. Yeah, Daniel might not even have a job. Pickett's definitely gonna have a job. I could have taken Pickett.
You think Mitchell's taking Daniel's job?
Trubisky. Oh, God.
They're interested. Dayball wants him.
Maybe Daniel Jones has a job this year, okay, but that's about it. I'm not trying to touch Daniel Jones with a 10-foot pole. Definitely not in the 10th round. Like,
So
let me get the guy he's throwing it to, Kadarius.
Matty Ice off the board late. Miles Sanders. I'm not going to say it again.
It's so
My
funny.
man's
I've
just-
done tons
go ahead.
of TE premium leagues or SuperFlex, and it's funny because each draft is completely different. Like the one that I did earlier today, there were no quarterbacks taken off until like the 7th pick. So I'm surprised that all this has been a really quarterback top heavy draft pick or draft class.
Yeah, well, it
Mock
goes like that.
draft.
It's either really hot and heavy, or it kind of all settles into like the 2nd and 3rd round. I feel like where those
Right.
all those chunks kind of come off. But whoever just got Mike Gesicki there, Mark, I think that's a hell of a fucking pickup right
Yeah,
there. He should be 5 rounds earlier.
I almost took Gesicki over Pickens. I saw Gesicki there. I was like, he just got franchise tagged. Still a young dude.
Oh, I should point out how handsome you fellas look, especially with that tuxedo shirt. I'm digging that.
Yeah, well, I heard we had a special guest today, so I wanted to
Yeah.
dress up and
thank
come
you.
correct.
I dressed up too. I have a T-shirt to match you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have a pocket long sleeve tee. So hey,
I like the pocket. Do you
Yeah.
have anything in the pocket?
Usually I keep a small hard candy, but not today.
Small, just one.
Yeah, just one.
A
That's
lozenger.
For a special person. It's like the Rose in The Bachelor. You went with Hunter Renfrow there.
I
Strong
did.
pick. Go
Girl.
Tigers.
Jason
feel
went to
good about it.
Clemson, so
I did go to Clemson. I could have taken Renfro over. I had Renfro in the queue. I like that pick. Strong wide receiver 3. I don't think you'll see any more from him than what we just saw. But I said that before this year started too. So maybe, I just can't believe the amount of respect that is on that man's name by everyone that talks about him. I just can't fathom how much respect he's getting.
he's crafty.
It's wild.
He's crafty, and Waller being out for a long period and banged
Right.
up when he was playing, some of it really opened up some volume doors for him, and he showed out and showed off and showed that he could do it. So I definitely don't hate that pick. That's just that's a steady player that you're pretty confident that you can plug in every week. I think Michael Gallup's a nice pick there in the 10th round. Robert Woods coming off the Achilles. Not know what to make of that. David Bell, I like that because a lot of people hate that. So let me get that. Allen Robinson, ooh, if he ends up somewhere good, I think he was just
Yeah.
tapping out last year, but I think that's a strong pick right there. And then Jared Goff, you could have taken Goff. I wouldn't have been upset with that, Jay Wayne.
I got him in the queue. I thought maybe Jimmy and Goff would make it back to me. So that's
So you're in the
I would have asked
hopper
you about
again
it,
here,
but you were too busy talking
Em.
about something else. You're too busy just chatting it up, just ignoring your friend over here who's struggling to find a second quarterback.
Oh.
Would you take Jimmy G over either of those picks or Goff? You would have taken one. of
I
those
like
guys
those.
there?
I like those picks way more than either one of those guys. So fuck it. At this point, YOLO.
I'm more of the what is it? Dang it. Love of missing out. Lolo.
So Kyron
Lolo.
Williams goes FOMO.
FOMO.
Fear of missing out.
No, it's
You definitely have FOMO. You took Chase Edmonds there. I think that's a strong
feel-
pick. He'd be
I
in
feel
that
good
list
about
of other guys of those running backs that I feel nice taking a stab at later if I haven't went robust running back early. So what do you like about Chase?
I think he's a sneaky pick. He's got a lot of upside. Mm-hmm. And
Great receiver.
great receiver, great pass catcher.
Not
He's
sure
a-
where his destination's going to be quite yet, but
No.
I think he'll be just fine regardless. He'll carve a roll out and probably take more than expected. If it's not expected for him to be, at least 1AB kind of deal.
All right, so I guess I got to take Jameis Winston because that's like the last starting quarterback
Look
available.
at you, famous Jameis coming off the ACL.
Ugh.
There goes Cole Kmet. I love Kmet. And then I'm sorry, I've been sound like a broken record here, but Riley has just continuously. I think he really likes Olave, which I'm not a huge fan of necessarily. I like him just fine, but I think he's a big fan of him. But he's just went through and got Clyde Edwards, Mike Evans, Chris Olave, Miles Sanders, and then he just scooped up Juju, which I just think all of those guys is just every player he's just drafted all of the value, and every single time it's come through those rounds. So I really, really, really like what Riley's doing there. Lane Kiffin here, he's just he went no quarterbacks early. He's just stabbed. He did the opposite of Jay Wayne here. Jay Wayne's just like, fuck it, I'm going to just stay steady, picking the other better guys. And he just was like, I'm going to get Baker, I'm going to get Wentz. Took Claypool in there, and then he went Matt Ryan. Davis Mills, I don't think that's the worst pick ever by Rube there, who is quarterback starved a little bit as well. So he's got 2 rookies.
Ridley.
I got auto pick there.
Oh, you should undo that.
I was trying to pick Christian Watson,
that.
and then it went Calvin Ridley.
So just pencil in Christian Watson there, and then Jahan Dotson before that.
That's a good pick. I like the Jahan Dotson. Now I feel comfortable taking these rookie wide receivers.
No Albert O off the board yet. James Robinson, late season Achilles. All right.
Guys. Shh. Don't give them up.
Couple of bad picks here, Ridley and Robinson.
There's a great fucking pick. Brandon Cooks. Well done, sir.
Pick.
Well done. And I think that back-to-back, I mean, they're both Texans, but I mean, Davis Mills didn't look terrible. He was a pretty highly recruited and touted prospect coming into Stanford, and came into in a tricky, sticky spot and performed admirably. And Brandon Cooks was just fine with him. So I think another year of those two guys together sounds good. There goes Hunter Henry. I'm eager to see who he takes. Oh, there's Irv Smith. So, I don't mind that. And tight end premium here. That's a good shot. Irv was getting some hype. And then we got, who just went there? Rashad White. And then you're taking Rashad Penny. So
Rashad.
You back-to-back Rashads and another,
Yeah.
like I'm a broken record again, but that's another one of those guys for the running backs where it's in that tier of, hey, if I missed out, if I'm not robust at the running back position, I feel nice stabs right there. So what do you think about Rashad? Where's he going to end up? And I think he could end up being maybe even a little higher than this.
Oh, absolutely. He finished the year amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot. Won some people some money for sure.
I'm surprised Gabe Davis is still on the board.
Gabe Davis is still out there. Trey McBride, so the first rookie tight end off the board. There goes Ramondre Stevenson. So I love that guy. In single quarterbacks, we were kind of going through and trying to figure out if he was the value or not. And he was in like the 8th round, I think, in the last round of DLF ADP in January, and was having a hard time to stomach that. But and near the 13th round here, I don't feel too bad about that.
For who?
For Ramondre.
Yeah.
You guys are going to think I'm crazy on my next pick.
All right. I like it. It's your last pick, so shoot your shot.
Yeah.
You got Gabe Davis, so as soon as you spoke it into existence, Big Co goes there. So
Yeah.
Gabe Davis was in that same maiden SuperFlex draft that we won the chip in, and really helped us out down the stretch here. So that was huge. And then Rondell Moore, a forgotten man, but a lot of upside there. Just the whole thing with Rondell, we've said it a million times, is will they commit to the proper way to use him? And I'm not sure that they will. So the value is probably going to stay a little low on him.
Okay.
What do we got here? What's Alex going to do?
10 seconds.
He's got a nice little squad here. I've liked what
Sony
he's done.
Michael, what do you think? Henderson?
Yeah, he's light in the RB category here. A little light in the loafers. So we got
Time's
timed
up.
out.
Hendo's
Oh.
a great pick.
Oh,
Thielen.
that's okay. It's okay.
Hey, it's
He's getting a
probably
little older, but
probably a decent start for you for if you need him. But he's stacked at the receiving core. So see what happens with him.
Thielen's there for 2 more years. If Kirk is there, this money in the bank.
Yeah,
That's cheap money
maybe,
right there.
Maybe.
What do you mean,
at some point you got to fight. He's like 34. At some point you might fall off a cliff, but
I don't think he's 30. I think he's like 31.
yeah, he's pretty old. I don't know. He might not be quite 34. Might have made him a little older than he is.
He's 31 years old,
He's about to
okay?
be-
And he
then
looks
he's-
just
then
fine.
he's 32.
When
Then
he's
he's 32.
When he's playing and not injured, he looked just fine this past year.
You know what happens more when you get older? He'll be 32 in the season, August 22nd. So
let's have a birthday party for everyone today.
there's a tight those soft tissues. They get a little tighter. Those hammies get a little tighter.
He's not twitching it up. His soft
Yeah, but those
tissues are
soft
fine.
tissues already give him problems. Tyler Boyd, so kind of a forgotten man there. Kenny G, great value there.
Bust.
Somebody's got to catch some balls over
Someone
there.
has some. Someone thinks Brady's coming back.
Hey, Big Co, of course. That's his
If
guy.
Big Co doesn't know what to do, he'll take a quarterback.
If Big
He's
Coach,
got 5 of them.
if there's a lull in the conversation, he'll bring up Tom Brady. If there's a lull
got
in the
6 of
draft,
them.
he'll draft Tom Brady.
Low in the draft, Tommy. Because what if he comes back to San Fran?
What if he comes back to San Fran? I'm excited. You got me on the edge of my seat. Who the 13th pick's going to be for you here?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so little Carson Strong. I can't say I know too much about Carson Strong, so don't know how to. I don't think that was that his third quarterback.
1, 2. No, he's got 6 too.
He's got what?
He's got 6 quarterbacks. If you
Oh,
don't know what
okay.
to do, you take a quarterback.
It's
what's
never
going on here.
necessarily the wrong answer because there's probably going to be some extended value on there. So James Cook, nice pick there. I don't hate that. Zamir still on the board, so might go Zamir over James Cook.
Shut up, man.
Seems like maybe a little early, but I don't have a player list in front of me. I think we
Antonio
got
Brown.
Yep. He might not be back, but I think he'll be back. And he's an elite receiver. I'm happy to hold him for this time until I would find out.
yeah.
He ain't coming home.
You never know.
I don't
you
know.
Never know. People get desperate.
We've seen worse, and he's come back. So
There goes Alberto. So that's a nice pick by Wyatt. And then Riley ends with a statement, taking your boy Christian Watson there. So Riley's got a keen scouting eye. So, I trust it. I like any rookie that he's on. Zach Ertz, left for dead, but went to the Cardinals and had a nice little resurge. So not upset about that. Let's see what Rube does. He's had a nice little draft. He takes Zamir White. So, yeah, way to end that strong, dude.
Damn it.
Sky Moore, so another strong pick. So I think kind of most of my, mid to second round rookie picks have all just about come off the board here. I don't have the list quite in front of me. Let's see here. We got Mechie, Beatty.
10 seconds.
Has Jamison Williams gone off the board?
Weidermeyer.
Is he in that 7th pick?
Williams had to have gone a little while ago.
Weidemeyer. So last pick for you, tight end premium. I don't dislike that. So let's get who's your favorite. Who is your favorite team here? What do you like out of all these teams? Who came away with a strong team for you?
Well, I can't see. Oh yeah, I can look on my phone. I was saying I couldn't see all the picks, but honestly, I like Zebran's team. Zebran 25.
Okay.
I don't like some of his later picks, but I do like how he started the draft.
Strong start. Needs a second quarterback for the most part, but
Shout out Zach.
I like ETN on your team.
Travis Etienne, sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Who's your favorite, guys?
I really like what Riley did. I said it a million times.
Which one's Riley's team?
DTC Riley B,
TTC.
I believe. He's at the 1-8.
Yeah, that's a good team too.
I can't quite see every single team here. Team 7, I don't hate what they did. They got 2 quarterbacks, which both are pretty high upside guys with Lamar and Trey Lance, and then he went Antonio Gibson, which, big fan of, and he scooped up, a couple of nice little running backs there, a little light in the loafers running back wise. I would have liked to see some different choices as far as your other running backs. But I do like, I talked about it. Damian Harris could be a nice RB2 for you. But he's got a nice little stash of wide receivers, both nobody really too old, but some seasoned, high thought after veterans there, and then some nice youngsters. So I definitely don't dislike that team. I like that Komet and Alberto stab for his premium tight ends, and then I liked what Alex was doing there early.
If I would have reworked the quarterbacks, I think I'd have a team that could compete now.
Yeah, I would say that I like what you did for the most part, but I would need some more quarterback play from you.
Yeah. I agree.
Let's see here: Jalen Waddle, Joe Burrow, Dobbins, Tua, Jacobs, Pittman, St. Brown. I don't hate that lineup from Mark, Mexico. That's a nice little squad. Megatron, he's got 3 strong quarterbacks, and then Kelsey, and then out AK and Jones. So that's a hell of a little start there. You need to find some receiving. action, but maybe Devonta Smith could be your guy, and Bateman kind of questionable whether or not we'll see him as a reliable starter week in, week out. But we were big fans of Bateman, just didn't really like kind of where he landed there. So I don't dislike that. Big Co always does a good job.
That was pretty good value for Tyler Lockett in the later round.
Yeah.
For Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, Lane did a decent job. It's kind of a build that I would have definitely made a year or two ago. Heavy RBs, nice stabs at wide receivers, and then just trying to find some quarterback play. That's all you're trying to do there. Just trying to find a little bit of quarterback play.
Look at that lineup and running backs to start.
Yeah.
I never draft Christian McCaffrey though. CMC is just off of my radar.
Off of your board, huh? I think
yeah.
there's a decent amount of people that feel that way. I'm certainly not off when he plays. He's the best in the business. I think he'll get it together. I saw Jacob Rickroad the other day giving a nice stat comparison, or maybe it's Road Rick. I never remember which one it is. Strong account. Been an OG in the dynasty space for a while, but he was Saquon Barkley and Marshall Faulk, kind of similar trajectories that they were on. Nice little season here or there. Both had knee injuries. Both changed the scenery at 26, and then Marshall Faulk absolutely exploded. So Saquon Barkley, thought to be a generational talent, could be maybe same plight there. So I'm down for another trip around the sun for both of those kind of running backs there. And they're not in the super old space where people are really, really off of them. Although, some of these older running backs, Dalvin, got a little bit of love there. So, and Derrick Henry in the 4th round. So, Kamara's still getting 5th round value in a super flex. So, those guys aren't quite dead. Eckler's somewhere in there. I think he's kind of right in between those guys age-wise.
Remember last year when Derrick Henry was first off?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Crazy how much changes in 1 year across a running back spectrum.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's 27, 28, and a foot injury.
He'll be 28 this season.
Yeah, so that'll do you in. But he's a Greek god of a human. So we shall see what happens. So I think that's going to wrap up this live stream. We're going to try to cut this off right under an hour. Em, we really appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me, fellas.
And
catch her at Twitter at empowered_FF.
And you can catch her at the Dynasty Nerds Fantasy Six Pack, and what was the last one?
Club Fantasy FFL.
Club Fantasy FF. Is that your podcast?
I have done a podcast on there, but I'm starting to write for them. But I write for Dynasty Six Pack and Dynasty Nerds.
Okay.
Most prominently.
All right. We'll go check her out. And as she continues her new ascension into the fantasy space, and we really appreciate everybody joining us. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can keep getting these mocks. We'll be doing Superflex. We'll be doing one quarterback. We'll be doing rookie mock, rookie Superflex. We're about to drop a rookie mock, not live, but a rookie mock we just did with our patrons. A little 2-round review of our first rookie mock of the season. So be on the lookout for all that. We really appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you next time.
Yep. Love to join you guys again sometime.
Oh, for sure.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. Peace.